crease in my between my eyes.
Hey, come on over. I got some cream that'll take care of that shit for you.
I'll be right there. So yeah, high school was awful, and that's why I have a weird crease on my face.
I can't think of one person that high school wasn't awful to.
It had to be not awful to some people because people were awful to everyone. So there had to be someone in power, right?
Maybe.
That's how our power structures work. That's how the U.S. government works. I mean,
I don't know that I've had. There was one really awkward dating thing, and it leads back to being shy. So I was actually in college, and the college that I went to, I was actually, they've got like your morning classes, your afternoon classes, and your evening classes. And the field that I chose to go into was like a male predominant field. So it was a male predominant school. Usually I was about the only female, like, out of the entire school, in the morning. So it's like you go outside on break and it's just like a sausage fest. But there was one guy that I thought he was pretty cute, but, he's always like around another pack of dudes. And I'm like, I don't feel comfortable going up and talking to him. It just wasn't going to work out. One of my guy friends in my class, he was like, asked me about it. We were talking, and I was like, well, that guy over there. And he's like, well, why don't you go talk to him? And I'm like, because I feel awkward, there's a lot of other guys around him, and I don't know. I'm shy. He goes over and gives the guy my number, but I didn't stick around for it. I took off.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I went back to class.
Can you give me the play-by-play there? How did that happen?
I'm going inside. I'll see you in there in a minute. Maybe a week. We were texting. Dude was like cool as hell. He did like motocross, and I'm like, like I love that stuff, So we finally decided to meet up. And I met him at a gas station by my house. So I'm sitting there, and it was not the right guy. I don't know. It was his friend. I don't know if my friend fucked up or some dirty play went on. I found out eventually my friend went over to him because he couldn't follow fucking instructions, and he must have been like dude blind. Not color blind, but dude blind. But it ended up being a blessing because I did hang out with the guy, and we were talking about his friend, and they actually were best friends, and I found out how big of a whore the dude was that I liked, and like all this crazy shit about him, so I dodged a fucking bomb. So I can't be mad about that, but I was so embarrassed because I'm like,
I thought you were someone else. Oh, my bad.
I did. I had to tell him. I'm like, hey, up front, wasn't my type.
Still though, good on you for being honest.
I mean, he wasn't a bad-looking guy. I just, it's like,
not what you were looking for.
It's like when you go pick up your takeout, and you think you're getting like 50 like hot wings, and you open it up and it's like 20 fucking fish tacos. Not a good time. So after that little snafu, I'm like, I'm not doing that again.
That's pretty funny.
I was like 19, so I rolled with it.
Good on you for being like totally upfront and awesome about that. Like, hey, you were root beer and I thought you were Coke. So my bad.
Yeah. He was orange soda when I was thinking I was getting Coke.
Wow, that's very different. Okay. I was gonna say the lie that is the oatmeal raisin cookie when you think it's chocolate chip.
Oh God, I hate that.
Right? I just want cookie dough, actually. Cookie dough.
I have some. I'll share.
It doesn't do me any good. Right now.
I will send my driver over to get you. He'll be there in like. No, he'll come pick you up. We'll hang out. We'll do the face cream thing and the cookie dough, and
okay.
We'll just.
So I'll see you in about 12 hours.
Yeah. Unless I send the chopper, but
Oh, you have a chopper.
yeah.
That's fancy.
Yeah. Is there anything that you have on your list? Like I don't want to call it a bucket list, but like something that you really, really, really want to do and you haven't got to do it yet?
No.
No.
And, yeah, I know. I know that sounds very final. And here's why. So my life has been weird. I feel like my life has been an entire life of catch up. And what I mean by that is I've never been in a place where I can think about things in a bucket list.
Okay.
Because I've always just been trying to like tread water. I don't own a house. I don't have like a beautiful wife and 7,500 kids, or like I don't have land, or and you know, some of those are my fault. Some of them are not. Sometimes life is just hard, and that's just the way it is, and that's okay. Yeah, I get that's why I gave you the no answer to the bucket list question.
Well, I think this year will be a good year for you. I do.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
I think eventually maybe you'll have that stable grounding to start making a list of things that you want to do.
I'm gonna check it twice.
See who's naughty and nice.
Yes, and then spank them.
Ooh. So is there what's the major thing that gets you raging? Like a certain like peeve topic, like just what really pisses you off?
In general or in relation to gaming?
We'll just say in general.
In general. So the biggest thing that pisses me off about, I guess when you say in general, it's usually about people, because
There's a zombie behind me. Sorry.
that's okay. Are you alright?
Yeah. I don't know. Hi, little zombie boy. Aren't you cute?
The tiny zombie dude.
He looks like a zombie. You just woke up. Hi.
Oh.
Hi. Rage, continue on.
I guess we're talking about people, right? So
It could, yeah.
yeah, it's people that don't give a fuck about any other people. They just have no empathy. They have no perspective. They have no care about what their actions, like how their actions affect other people. They're just gonna do what they're gonna do because they're selfish and they want to do what they're gonna do. That makes me angry as hell. I've always been taught to respect people. I've made it a very significant part of who I am as a person, and I feel like that is the core of what is going to make us as a species better.
Right.
And when people throw that aside, it makes me very, very angry.
Absolutely.
Yeah. How about you?
It was kind of like looking at any occupation that I wanted to do. I wanted to be able to help people, protect people, save people. In every avenue that I kind of wanted to do, I was kind of talked out of it. My parents. I had several things I wanted to do, but it always came back around to, you know, just something like that. Like something protecting somebody, something, you know, and it was like, well, why don't you learn about computers? Okay. And, you know, that's kind of what I ended up doing, but I still have that. I will always have that protection mode in my body, in my mind.
Mm-hmm.
So I care a lot about people. I see somebody in a bad place. I know what it's like to be in a bad place. It's like I want to be able to do something good for somebody. And it seems like every time I do that, I end up paying the price. And it's not about me. That's not what I'm saying, but it's like, it's never you help them and whatever. There's always severe consequences that have come down on me for doing it. And after a while, you kind of back off a little bit.
Yeah.
And it's like I'm still like very giving and caring, but each thing that happens, you know, I get even more and more and more and more cautious, to the point where, you know, it's I don't want anything but respect, love, care, you know, honesty. And, you know, I don't want somebody's money. I don't want items from people. You know, I take care of myself. I've always, you know, I've worked really hard to be established, but I understand for some people that there's things that happen. Life happens, but sometimes I get tricked by, maybe it's because it was their own fault it happened. It wasn't just a situation that they were in. I tend to get people that want to be users. They don't respect things that you do, and so that's kind of what pisses me off. It's like I don't ask for anything. I don't really have people that I can ask when I need help, because I try not to put myself in that position. When people come in and then they want to take, and then when you're finally like, you're kind of at a point where I think you should be able to do on your own or whatever, and then they get mad at you and they start putting you down. Well, you're a terrible person. Yeah, I'm so terrible that I open my home and my life and things to you, and you know, it's just stuff like that. I mean, it doesn't matter. Friends, family, relationships. You know, and it hurts to where you're very, very leery of helping people anymore. You don't know if that person's telling the truth. Like I said, it seems like every time I help somebody out, it puts me in a really fucked up spot.
So good I'm on top of it when I dream of doing you all night. Scratches all down my back to keep me right on. You keep me right on. You're crazy.